Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. What I've been up to? Not much, just been sort of playing some games. I've been doing a bit of prepping for D&D as well. I've got like a solidified idea, like, and more of a specific details regarding it. The only thing is, like, I'm sort of going back and forth at the moment. It's like, how sandboxy, how loosey-goosey should it be? I don't know. But good evening, everyone. I'm here with a late night broadcast. Hope you can make it through this. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 12:46 AM on what should be Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Yes. So what I was going to say is, like, because I'd spoke about it before, I've done a joint session before, and it was very combat heavy. I wanted to do a different one this time, which could have the opportunity to be very roleplay heavy, and also be very sort of sandboxy. So, like, I have a motivation. Like, I've done some changes, because, like, I've changed what the actual prize will be. Because I was going to do something before, but I was like, no, this might be a bit more of, like, a fun idea. And then I was originally just going to make it, like, just completely sandboxy, like, literally just sit there, do what you want. But then I was like, that's a bit hard, and I can't just make them first session back, like, okay, improv for 3 hours. So I have made it, like, an actual goal. So it's going to be sort of, like, somewhat lore-y. It's more like character lore-y, is what I guess. Because this is, like, peeking behind the curtains. From a DM perspective, I'm like, but of course, the characters don't know each other that well. I think it'd be a good way for the characters to get sort of like a whistle-stop introduction to each other without them having to, like, reintroduce themselves. It's a bit, I would say, the justification for it in-game is a bit, like, tenuous. Like, it kind of works, but it doesn't work that well, because it's a bit hard. But I'm like, I'm willing to sort of step aside for the purposes of, like, this fun meta element. But there's 2 things I'm a little bit worried about. One is, like, I'm worried if it's going to take too long. And 2, I wonder if it's not going to be fun is a problem. Because I think the reward is kind of a fun reward, but I think, yeah, the actual, like, actually doing it might not be as fun. Because I'm trying to toe the line. Because basically there's, like, it's basically a load of mini puzzles, kind of. Puzzles might be the wrong word. Puzzle/roleplay opportunities. And that's basically the distinction I'm trying to make here. Is, like, how far into puzzle, how far into roleplay do I go? Is it arbitrary? I don't know. But I also think, you know, I don't want to say too much more because it might change necessarily. Like, I know it's literally tomorrow, but, like, there are things about it which I may end up changing. I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty satisfied, at least with the idea of it. And a lot of it will be just sort of left up to their own devices, I would say. That's the idea, at least. I don't know if it's going to work in the slightest, to be honest. But we'll try and figure things out. I am excited to go back to D&D, but also sort of just like, I know my time's going to, like, evaporate. And I haven't really spent a lot of a holiday, you know, working on D&D and doing that stuff. Mainly because, obviously, holiday times, it was a holiday. And then, you know, now it's sort of like, I took the time to instead catch up on, like, YouTube channel stuff instead. Which is totally fine. Like, I mean, I can... What did I just pick up? Was it a weed? I don't know. Which, obviously, is totally fine. You know, I'm free to spend my time how I wish. But at the same time, it's like, well, I hope it doesn't bite me again, where it says, like, you know, I have no time again for D&D, which would kind of suck. Or for anything else outside of D&D. Oh, you know what we should do? We should definitely upgrade our storage one more time. I did look it up, it was, what, 1.8 mil or something? Oh. Ah, dear. Hello. You have more storage in your home now. Yes. Perfect for storing all sorts of furniture and things. I think we can expand your home storage even further, in case you feel cramped again, that is. Want to discuss this? I'm always happy to talk about your home. I don't know if we have enough storage space in our inventory to do so. Let's see. What's a max we can withdraw? No. Okay, fair enough. I suppose we'll have to go and empty out our inventory. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to prep for this D&D session. Because I did consider over holidays putting like more resources in, like let's download more scenes, more characters and that sort of thing, but I'm like, there's no point prepping that far ahead. Like, I have thought about plot-wise, you know, certain things here and there just to make sure it's all somewhat cohesive, but I haven't thought like too much like about it. Like, I've still got the same sort of like overarching plot lines and that now I've dived into a medium level, but onto a micro level, like again, I've only really thought about the next sessions, about exactly what's going to happen, because it's pretty difficult to do it otherwise, mind you. Oh gosh, that's not how you're meant to do things. There's a way you can like mass select things to go in storage, but I can't remember how to do it. So yeah, it's an interesting balance of what we're doing. So yeah, I don't know if I actually, now I think about it, I probably need to download some things. I might need to download some things to put in it as resources, but the thing which I think could be most interesting is like, it's not necessarily meant to be a very lore heavy or character development heavy session. It's more just meant to be like a sort of whistle stop tour, like being able to reflect on how far they've come. But I'm not going to give much away because it might not happen. It could be quite a big character lore development. I won't say any more because who knows how that goes. But at the end of the day, I didn't actually prep too much over holidays because, I mean, it's holidays, it's a little bit difficult, isn't it, to really find time. Anyway, hope people are enjoying a 3.0 update. You can see that I am not really interfacing with it all that much. But I said it before that I will interface with it more when I need to actually pre-record episodes. That's when I'll do the hotel stuff. Part of me is tempted to do the hotel stuff early, just so we can have a bit the hotel guests walking around, but like, at the end of the day, oh well. Let's stalk homes. Let's max out our storage. I wonder if we'll ever get a 4.0 New Horizons update or something. Like, I highly, highly doubt it. No surprises there. Oh, sorry. That was actually new dialogue. I didn't even realise that in the slightest. But yeah, there you go. Everything done. Yeah, wait. One thing, did you see that Animal Crossing news of a certain dream world being banned for, let's say it had adult themes or whatever. I actually saw the video of a world and I was like, this is actually a pretty crazy, like, surprisingly good customization. Which shows the length of creativity that people go to, I suppose, to actually make things that they want to happen. Anyway, what else should we talk about? I recorded some 9 Souls today. this is surprising, I actually think 9 Souls is my favourite series I'm playing at the moment. It's very rare whether a mechanical game is my favourite series. Most of the time it's a puzzle game, but I don't know. Just to sort of like be very honest, like I feel like I'm not jiving with Lorelei and Relay's eyes quite much, but 9 Souls has hit the parts of a story where I'm like, this is fascinating. Where I'm just like, I'm like fully invested and being like, I want to know what happened, what's going on. I thought the Pokemon's nice, but it's starting to, it's on the ramp up, yeah, you know? Because normally it's the story game where I'm like, this is one where I'm addicted to it and like, I need to play more of this. Or it's a puzzle game where I'm like, I'm loving the puzzle game, I'm getting stuck into it, but congrats to 9 Souls for being a very story heavy puzzle game, a story heavy mechanical game, which has completely enraptured me. I think it's because of the section I'm on. It feels so distinctly different from the others. I don't know how to say it without giving it away, so I will just say dreams. And if you played a game, you'll know which like chapter, which section I'm on. It's so good so far compared to like the gameplay part of it is fine, but the thematic storytelling which is going on, oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, what else are we talking about? I don't know. Yeah, doing prep work again. I mean, it's hard to justify doing prep work over holidays, mind you. You know, in some way, and obviously D&D is mainly recreation, but in some ways, like the prep work side of it is kind of like a job in a way. It does take a lot of prep work to do things, but it's very different the type of prep work. For me personally, it's a lot of thinking prep work. The annoying part is like fetching images and stuff, but thinking about things is fun. Fetching the images and stuff, boring. Takes too long. But I am kind of excited to see what happens. I hope people can hit their stride again, I suppose, in this sort of element. I hope at the very least, I hope it's fun. Like, I hope it's silly fun, like, because I've always established at the beginning, it's like, you don't need to take this one too seriously, it's like up to you, but like, it's a lot more sandboxy, you know, this time it's even more self-contained. The things you do here are not going to have an impact. Well, I mean, they could if you really somehow stretch it, but they won't have a tangible sense of impact. So yeah. What else should I talk about? I don't know. How did my Columbina balls go? It went really well. Like, insanely well. Even in Woowa, I pulled for Mario just kind of for fun because I had a load of balls left over afterwards. Those went also really well. I want to catch a roll. What I can say. Star Rail, I'm not pulling for a long while. TCZ, pulling for Angel's Delusion, but they're not coming out for a bit. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm still 50-50 if I'm even going to pull for Zubai or not. Because I don't know necessarily if I want to. Not that I have anything against it, it's just sort of like more like an indifference, shall we say. But I'm also going to take the time to actually add her as a character to a Genshin plan, just in case I want to. I'll at least probably pull for a Luga. Wait, what's her sword? Which one is her sword? Like Bang Moonshard, probably. That looks right. Yeah. I don't know. This is a very chill situation right now. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of theoretical planning. And it's significantly less theoretical planning than I think the last drawing session, because again, I don't know how it's going to go. Thing is, when it's like a non-canon, quote-quote, session to the two events, and it's very sandboxy, and it's meant to be just like, let loose, have fun, and with knowing the chaotic nature some of these plays can be, and everyone's sort of warming up again, it's really hard to plan for this. I can only give the setting essentially of what's going on, but everything else is sort of ride it wildly. Which I think I'm basically convincing myself at the moment. It's like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm going to give a very loose structure of what they have to do, like a puzzle which is not going to be too difficult. Overall, a pretty difficult, a pretty easy thing for them to figure out, I suppose. And yeah. Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to round this episode up here. I know it's a bit short, but still. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. Then I'm across New Horizons. I've been dear darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again, but for now, it's our farewells. Until next time. Bye bye for now.